Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the week of 4/20. If we haven't met, my name is Sydney, I'm the tarot guy next door, and I use my occult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards life you want. If you have a question you want to ask the cards, you'll find information on how to get a private reading below. And if you want to learn how to read the cards, you'll find information on my beginner's course below. I'll be doing 5-card open readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Tarot of the Divine with Hematite, the Classic Rider-Waite-Smith with Pre-Night, and the Tarot of Symbolic Worth with Smoky Quartz. We also have 4 different oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which oracle card resonate with you the most. It's totally fine if you're drawn to more than one. And as always, you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, you'll find timestamps below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. Alright, Group 1, let's see what we have for you for this week. Nine of Coins, love it. What is this? This is the King of Swords reversed, okay. 6 of Wands reversed, 9 of Cups, and the 10 of Swords in the middle with the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I'd tell you not to panic, but I think it's pretty clear that you shouldn't have to. Let me just move this over here. Beautiful. I'll see you right now. Group 1, don't hate me, but this strikes me as making a bigger deal out of something than is warranted, because with the only reverse cards in the entire thing being the 6 of Wands and the King of Swords, and the 10 of Swords being the middle card here, especially with the other cards being the 9 of Coins and the 9 of Cups, this is pulling off an achievement or reaching a goal or something, and yet there's one thing that went wrong, maybe even one thing that you messed up, that's kind of occupying a lot more of your attention than it should and taking up valuable space that would probably be better used for the celebration of reaching the goal or whatever. Yeah, this reading reminded me of someone that I went to high school with. I haven't thought about her in a long time. Last time I thought about her was reading tarot for this channel with a message spread similar to this, okay? She was one of these honor students that would always be disappointed when she got like less than 97 to 100%. So I have so many vague memories of being in a classroom and everyone getting our exams back and students being relieved that they passed the exam at all, and she's literally crying because she got like 92% or something like that. Don't be that student. I'm sure if I ran into her in the wild, I would be super happy to see her and everything. I don't resent her, but this is the energy that this reading is reminding me of. Try not to be the student crying over a 91% a grade for your exam when most of your classmates are happy to have passed the exam at all. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump ahead to your oracle card reading. I'll see you there. All right, Group 2, let's see what we have for you for this week. Okay. Whoops, okay, don't panic. Interesting. Very interesting to have Justice at the bottom of the deck. Give me a second here. All right, I'll see you right now. Group 2, this is a pretty blatant feel the fear and do it anyway reading. I find it really fascinating that the Devil and the Moon are both flanking this line here. And yeah, before turning over the Justice card and seeing it upright, I was going to comment on how all the major Arcana cards are reversed and all the minors are upright. But with Justice at the bottom of the deck underpinning the message upright, it's framing the upright cards in the reading proper in a very peculiar light. This is realizing that you might not have the inventory that you need to get to the goal that you want to go, but going after it anyway and galloping off into the fray anyway. Hence how I open the reading after unpausing. So yeah, I think that this is one of those weeks to find out what you're made of. This is one of those weeks to not put too much pressure on yourself to be perfect. I think that the MacGyver spirit of figuring out how you're gonna use the 2 matchsticks and 3 rubber bands to make a bomb is what is called for this week. And I think that with the Justice card here underpinning the entire message, this is an appeal, because one of the other cards, no, I think it's the only other card in the traditional deck that has scales in it, which is the 6 of Coins, which is the card just before that. But this is a callback to basically your ability to wisely allocate whatever is in this pile here, is what I was trying to say. So at least you have that to go with you. And again, you might not make it right away, but I think that this is a week to make steps towards that goal, despite not having everything that you think you need. If you like this reading, please give this video a like. I almost asked for a thumbs down. And you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump ahead to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. Group 3, let's see what we have for you for this week. Okay. Wow. A bunch of people in 2 3s. Okay. Two pages, a king, and a major. Okay, anyway, I'll make sense of this, and I'll see you right now. First of all, correction, it's 2 kings, a page, and a major. Second of all, this is looking like a really good opportunity week for the Page of Swords. The thing that leapt out to me right away once I realized that this isn't a page, it's a king, is how everyone in the reading proper is seated on a throne. And not only that, everyone here, their body is kind of oriented this way. And these 2 kings, they're looking back this way. Whereas the page, it's the opposite. His body is oriented a bit this way, and he's looking back at the reading. So, yeah, when we have, 2 kings and a major arcanic card being the in the reading proper here, and we have 2 3s, this is looking like people who know their shit but aren't in the best position to actually capitalize on either their authority or position or knowledge or whatever, and needing to rely on someone who is less experienced but better positioned to actually, turn around and walk into the fray, At least the Page of Swords is already standing. The kings and the priestess here, they need to get up off their asses before they can even turn around, hence the slight edge that I'm giving to the page, but more as and also it's the same element as the central 3 here. Yeah, that the Page of Swords is the one to destabilize and to grab whatever opportunity is in the middle here, surrounded by these 3, knowledge beasts or whatever, or masters of their domain. The priestess, I read her in Marseille a little differently than I do in Rider-Waite-Smith-based shit. But yeah, I don't know how many times I can loop over for this, but it's looking like a good week for the Page of Swords. And if you're anyone else in this reading, this is a good opportunity to see, you know, how good the people in your team are. Maybe even someone that you've written off before because, you know, you're a king and they're a page. What the fuck do they know? That kind of thing. But yeah, it's looking like a good week. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like. And you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump ahead to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. All right. I'm pretty sure this is the position. And let's do it. Group A, your card is the root chakra. Very interesting. Let me just put it in focus for a little longer than usual. And I will read the text, which reads, the frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well as in the physical world. Okay, this is a, it's a warning to be secure, basically. Don't let insecurity get to you. I think insecurity is the biggest risk, the biggest source of risk for unsourced errors for you, is what I'm trying to say. Group B, your card is Zadkia, the Angel of Mercy. Very interesting. Let me show it to you. And I will look at it myself. Man, this angel might have 4 arms, but the thing that jumped out to me is the sword and the scale. For one group in particular, that's a direct callback, but I think the do no harm but take no shit, be wise, and how can I say this? Measure twice, cut once, but be willing to cut. If you've measured twice, you shouldn't, if you've done your measuring properly, you shouldn't have any reason to doubt your cut. Don't do anything actually stupid. Group C, your card is the 9th house, exploration. Let me actually think about this for a second. Exploration, tying this into the tarot portion. Okay, the way that I would tie this in more smoothly is to, because exploration, the phrase that came to mind is to think outside the box. It's one of those phrases that gets thrown around. But in order to, thinking outside the box can take many forms. It could be being open to solutions that you wouldn't normally consider. It's also being open to different ways of being. Maybe you don't need to play the role that you always play. And that's often the most difficult form of exploration, is self-exploration. And also to just, you know, attitudes, basically. Not necessarily intellect, but it could also be attitudes and different ways of approaching situations. Group D, your card is love. Aw. That's a good note to end everything on. I'm not going to say much. I think that this is generally a good omen to remember to keep love and service and openness and genuineness and curiosity at the center of everything you do, and to let everything shine out of that for this week. That looks like it's the role that you're being invited to play, and I would invite you to lean into that as much as you can, just like I'm going to lean into this outro. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like. I hope you have a great week. Take care. I'll see you soon.